Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Just me today. Small card. We have 3 games in the NBA, 4 games in the NHL. Much bigger card tomorrow. But not much here today. But we'll definitely get into it, and we will cap these games today. But before we do that, quick recap of yesterday. Which, let me get up yesterday, and that was a slightly profitable day. I did not put any college basketball in. I love when I keep forgetting to do that. But with that being said, NBA was okay. I went 2-2 in the NBA. Had Portland plus 8.5. They went outright. I had Miami plus 7.5. I think they were up 15 at one point. And then they were down a bunch, and it was like, all right, whatever. Chicago plus 2 is a loser. They lose by 25. But then on the flip side, the Lakers get the job done. They win outright 117-96 against the Boston Celtics. So a dominant win there by the Los Angeles Lakers in that one. In the NHL, was it kind of a mad night? Actually slightly up in the NHL. Lost the over 5.5 Boston Ottawa. That game finished 2-0. That wasn't particularly close. Split out on the Philly game. Had the Flyers money line, but had the over 5.5. It was 6-1 Rangers, so that one split out there. The Utah Hockey Club plus 130. Kaprizov comes back and they get blanked. Yeah. So probably look to back the Wild in their next game, which they play, I believe, tomorrow against the Calgary Flames. Yeah, I'll probably be interested in backing them there, potentially. And about the Calgary Flames, they get the 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres. The over 5.5 was a winner there. A dominant performance by the Edmonton Oilers, the -1 line. Easy winner there. They win 6-2 over the Canucks. And the Seattle Kraken get shut out against the Washington Capitals, as once again, they get bailed out by goaltending. Or they have... and it is what it is. I believe actually this was the first time in a while that the Capitals have actually outplayed an opponent. So the Kraken just like did not show up last night. What was that? Because I remember when I looked at the end of the second period, the Kraken had done like literally nothing, which was fun. Yeah, the Kraken didn't even show up last night. They didn't even try. Cool. But that was the recap of yesterday. Up a unit. So any day in the black is a good day, and we will hopefully do another one. So we'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into the card. Stupness, what's good, Lex? What's good, Lex? Next year, don't tell us how the Caps are lucky and not good. You look foolish. I will still stand by my statement that they are not as good as their record. And I will promise you when playoffs start, because I know the Capitals are making the playoffs, I will bet whoever they play in the first round to win that series. Markstrom is out for the Devils. There goes Nick's cup pick. Is he out for the year? I didn't read the details on him. Because I'm just seeing day to day. Estimated return January 27th. And even if he was out for the rest of the season, they could use his cap to open up some space and make a move. So, but no, yeah. I assume Tim didn't want to appear because of the Sabres losing. Joking. Yeah. What's good, Brio Kelly? When Nick bets against the Caps, fade him. Cool. Cool. Morning. Raptors money line. There you go. Out for 2 months, January 27th. It's January 24th, dumbass. And that's what it said on the one website I just looked at, Puckpedia. Had him out, expected back on the 27th. Unless I'm just completely missing something. That's 2 days. 3 days. The Devils play tomorrow against Montreal. Let me look on. Let me see what it says here. He'll miss some time after the lower body injury. So I'm getting conflicting reports. Covers is saying he'll miss some time. Puckpedia said he's back on the 27th. I don't know what to think right now. I need to dive a little bit deeper to see if we have a little bit more details on it, because I don't know what the details are, because I'm getting conflicting reports, which is fun. So there's that as well. But with that being said, we will get into today's card. We got 3 games in the NBA. And it's a small card. It's kind of tricky. And we do get another Spurs. We do get another Spurs Pacers game tomorrow in London, or not in London, in Paris. But I was just looking at them tomorrow. Big card tomorrow. Not much. 12-1 today. But let's get into it here. This line opened up at a 4. It's now a 5. So we do have a 1-point line movement here towards the Charlotte Hornets. Line opened up at a 221.5. It's now a 221. So we do have a half-point line movement towards the under. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, as I believe it'll have me log into Action Network, which always takes a minute, which is so much fun. Let's give that a second. When I wait for that to load. We have the Charlotte Hornets entering this game 11-29. They're 21-18 and 1 ATS though, 7-13 at home, 16-23 and 1 over under. On the flip side, we have the Portland Trailblazers, who are 16-28. They are 23-20 and 1, 21-23 over under, 7-16 on the road. The Blazers are coming in off of a nice win yesterday, very satisfying win. We were on them. They were anywhere between 7 to 8, 8.5 point dogs yesterday, and they won 101-79. 3 straight wins now for the Portland Trailblazers. But this is the second game of a back-to-back. It's a third game in 4 nights. I think there's a bad spot for them. On the flip side, we have the Charlotte Hornets coming in after a day off. They lost by 12 in their last game as 11.5, 12-point dogs against the Memphis Grizzlies, which snapped a 3-game winning streak for them. And I think this line move is kind of telling us a little something here, that the Charlotte Hornets are the play in this game, not live in this game. Obviously, they're favorites in this one, and the line movement towards them kind of tells me that. And I can get a -5 over on Fanatics at -110. I'm going to take a shot with the Hornets. 45% of tickets, 54% of cash is on them, and the line's moving towards them. 71% of tickets, 63% of cash is coming in on the over here as well. Give me a little Charlotte action here. Hornets -5. I think this is a spot where they're in a much better situational spot right now. Travel and limited rest here for these Portland Trailblazers. This is their third game in 4 days, all on the road, and they head home after this to play OKC on the 26th. In this game here, I'm going to take the Hornets -5, -110 over Fanatics. Under for me too. What's good, Nicholas Handy? Let's go Hornets. Yes, let's go Hornets tonight. Well, let's keep it going. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. We have the Cavaliers 10.5 point favorites, total 238.5. Line opened up at a 9. It's now a 10.5. So we do have a move towards Cleveland. Line opened up at a 229. It's down to a 228.5. So we do have a move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, 80% of tickets, 81% of cash on the over. Line's moving towards the under. And then we have 73% of tickets and 54% of cash coming in on Cleveland. And this line moving slightly towards Cleveland on this one here. I obviously don't want to lay 10.5 on the road. Cleveland's been awesome this year, obviously, 36-7. They're 29-14 ATS, 18-15 over/under, 15-5 on the road. Compared to a very underwhelming Philadelphia 76ers team who is 15-27, 14-28 ATS, 23-18-1 over/under, 6-13 at home. The Sixers are coming in off of 7 straight losses. Their last win was on January the 8th against Washington. Cleveland coming in off of a loss in their last game, a rare loss where they lost 109-108 against the Houston Rockets. In their last game, snapped a 2-game winning streak for them. This is Cleveland or no bet, I think, for this one here. If you're looking at a side in this game, I do not trust the 76ers. But that being said, I'm not going to lay double digits on the road with the Cavaliers at the moment. But coming in off a loss, I don't hate it. So leaning towards the Cavs is and the under, if anything, in this game, but not what I'm getting involved with. Lex Lock, Tyrese Maxey over 28 points. There you go. How in the world can you bet this now? No idea who's playing. Simple. I follow markets and things along those lines. I was kind of giving me an idea of who's playing and go from there. I'm not going to just say pass on every game because it's time before the game starts. That would be a very boring show. And we still need to give out analysis and based on who we believe might play. Some of it is this thing called gambling. Wow, imagine that. Final game on the card, Memphis Grizzlies, New Orleans Pelicans. Line opened up at an 11, got all the way up to a 12.5. Now we're seeing 10.5. So we have a half-point line movement here towards the New Orleans Pelicanos. Line opened up to 40.5. It's now 243. So move towards the over here as well. We have 63% of tickets, 62% of cash on the Grizzlies. The line's moving towards New Orleans. 57% of tickets, 66% of cash is on the over. The line's moving towards said over in this game. The Memphis Grizzlies, 29-15 straight up. NATS, 27-15-2 over under. 17-5 at home in the FedEx Forum there in Memphis, Tennessee. On the flip side, we got New Orleans coming in on a 4-game winning streak, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Looking good. They just won back-to-back games against the Utah Jazz. Okay, so not the greatest of competition. Their wins in this stretch are Philly, Chicago, Los Dallas, Utah. This is definitely the best team that they have faced during this stretch. Memphis comes in on a 4-game winning streak. They beat San Antonio twice, Minnesota, and Charlotte. So there's that. So very similar situations that both these two teams are in, playing good right now. I would only look towards New Orleans in this game. Line moving slightly towards them, and the public on Memphis in this game. I kind of want to go plus the 10.5 here. Have $1 one favorite on my card today, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Plus 10.5 over on Bet365. Sign me up for New Orleans in this game to wrap up my NBA card. I see this as a spot where New Orleans keeps this game close at the very least. The line's moving towards them. The public's on Memphis. And it's a good spot for them here. They're playing good basketball as of late. I'm going to ask them to keep it close. So give me the plus 10.5 with the New Orleans Pelicans. And if you're feeling a little frisky, plus 425 over on ESPN Bet for them to win outright. I don't hate that either. So for me, I'm on New Orleans in this one here to wrap up the NBA card today. Let's see. Cavs can't win every game. No, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I think I'm going to go Grizzlies first half. I had a profitable day yesterday. I can care less about one game. I like the under here. CJ McCollum. Assist over. There we go. Morant questionable. Oof, never mind. Is he questionable? Maybe. Breaking news, Pete Carroll, the new head coach he's the new head coach of the Raiders on a 3-year deal. Wow. All right. Grizz win by 13. Seems like an over in the Hornets game, potentially. Who cares about the damn public? They're going to bet whatever they like anyways. Yes, but when they bet one way and the line's moving the other way, that's kind of what I'm looking at. When the books are not afraid of the money coming in. Nick, you're coughing because you on that good weed. No way Pels money line save money. I didn't bet the Pels money line. I just have plus 10.5. Blackhawks have a better chance of winning than the Pels. Percentage-wise and odds-wise, that's incorrect. Because the Blackhawks are plus 200 and the Grizzlies are plus 500, plus 400. So statistically, that's incorrect. But we'll move on to the NHL. We have 4 games in hockey today. We're going to kick it off with the New York Islanders taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. The Isles minus 140 favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. I do have this game projected at 5.56. I have this game projected closer towards the pick'em in this spot. So I do lean Flyers in this game, but here's a couple of reasons why I'm staying off the Flyers and just staying off this game in general. We had the Philadelphia Flyers coming in on a second half of a back-to-back, a third game in 4 nights. Not a good situational spot if you want to back Philadelphia. The one thing note that is positive, if you want to back Philadelphia in this game, they're probably going to come in pissed off because they got the crap beaten out of them in the last game, 6-1 against the Rangers. On the flip side, we have the Isles coming in on back-to-back wins. They're starting to play. They're playing a little bit better. They've won 5 of their last 7, and they just lost to this Flyers team on January the 16th. So you have a little bit of short-term revenge here as well. I have no interest in laying the number with the Islanders. That is one thing for sure, as I'm not going to lay this big price with New York. But I'm not taking Philly either. I don't like the spot that Philly's in for tonight, other than maybe if you want to take them early, because I could see them kind of slowing down later in the game, something along those lines. Where if you're somebody who wants to go for a big score, Flyers first period, Isles full game, type of thing. But for me, I'm not interested in this game whatsoever. There's value on the Flyers, but situationally, I don't like the spot for Philadelphia. Let's see. Nick, you're nope, I already read that one. No, I don't. Markel, just like the Lakers game when everyone was on the over, I took the under. Yep. Isles, no sweat. You've always it's never like that with the Isles. Which team on a back-to-back winning today? I would lean more towards the Vegas Golden Knights on the second half of a back-to-back rather than the Philadelphia Flyers. Nick trashes the Flyers all season, then bets them yesterday. Come on, Nick. I saw value with them. So be it. And compared Blackhawks to Pelicans, you compared Blackhawks to Grizz. Oh, I think you misunderstood the comment. What? No. Oh, I was comparing it to the money line odds. Isles revenge. Yeah. And don't forget how you corrected me about Sorokin. Yeah, I still think he's a decent goaltender. And here's the thing when it comes to goalies this year is just save percentage is down. But yes, he's had a rough year, unfortunately. But he's also getting played an awful lot because Varlamov has not been Varlamov has been out for a while, so it's been him and it's been and Hogberg. So yeah. LOL 446, never too late to jump on. Isles stink, the most boringest team in the league. Cool. Lean under. I do like the under. True, I guess. Isles, Stars, Jets, Parfait, and you are welcome. No Lex refund required. There you go. John Gabriel, Pacho, anytime goal, as well as draw / Isles. Islanders winning in overtime. I could see that. Fernando. Yeah, okay. We'll continue on. The Vegas Golden Knights are taking on the Dallas Stars. The Stars minus 140 favorites, total of 6 in this game. 2 very similar situations between the Flyers and the Golden Knights a little bit here. Because another team where we had the Golden Knights on the second half of a back-to-back. They're on the road. They're up against a team that's anywhere between minus 140 and minus 150 range. Vegas coming in off of a win last night, 4-2 in St. Louis. They traveled to Dallas now. Dallas coming in on a home game. They haven't played since the 21st. It was a 2-1 loss against the Carolina Hurricanes. Last time these two teams played was on December the 6th. Vegas won 3-2. So that was about a little over a month and a half ago that these two teams played. My projections for this game here, I actually have the Golden Knights as a slight favorite in this game, and I have this game projected for 6.23 goals. So I think the 6 is correct. I am seeing some 5.5s out there. If you do want the 5.5, I have no problem with that. But I'm going to get my card started here. I've seen get my card started here. At this number, I have to take a shot with Vegas at plus 125. I think this line is too wide on this game. I have this game priced closer towards the pick'em. So I'm going to take a shot here with the Golden Knights at plus 125. Yes, I know they're on a second half of a back-to-back, but I think this line's a little bit too wide, and I think this game should have been closer towards the pick'em. So I'm going to take a shot here. Vegas Golden Knights at plus 125 over on Fanatics. Let's see. How bad is the Mets lineup going to be? Pete will be a J. If Pete becomes a Blue Jay for 3 years, $75 million, that is legendary bag fumbling right there. And it shows that just he didn't want to be – he's got too big of an ego. He didn't want to be the third guy in line behind Soto and Lindor. Nicholas Waugh, anytime goal and draw, VGK straight bet, and same game parlay too. There you go. I believe he is good now. I'm back in him to record a win and reg. There you go. Earle, give your NFL picks so we can fade. Go fuck yourself. And I'll probably be doing free pick videos on them either tonight or tomorrow. I think it's going to be the Chiefs. At this point. And I need to take a deeper look at that Commanders game. Not free rolling, but free balling at the all right, there you go. TMI, but hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere and I just got off of work. Hell yeah. German soccer. Okay. But we'll move on. 2 games remaining on the card. Tampa Bay Lightning at the Chicago Blackhawks. The Lightning minus 230 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. My projections for this game is around minus 175, minus 180 range for the Lightning. And my computer just glitched out. I'm trying to get. I believe it was. What is going on here? Come on, spreadsheet. Let's go. My Google Sheets. There we go. I have this game projected for 6.28 goals. So I do have this game projected slightly as in under at the 6.5 number, but ultimately not one I'm going to get involved with on the total wise. On the side wise, it's a slightly towards Chicago. I see a little bit of value here at the plus 195, plus 200 range. Chicago coming in off of a overtime loss, but their last game was 4 days ago against the Hurricanes. They're back at home. They are well rested. And they're taking on a Tampa Bay team that's also well-rested. Their last game was on the 21st in Montreal. They've lost back-to-back games, and they've had plenty of time to sit with it, though, which ultimately will probably keep me off of the Chicago Blackhawks. I think this card is kind of weak today. It would be dog or pass here for me if I'm getting involved with this game, but not one I have particularly any interest in. It would definitely be a shot with Chicago or nothing, though. Morning, what's good? Okay. Frank Nazer anytime goal. Chicago money line. There you go. Go to all right. For the win. Nicholas Handy or no. Yeah. Maybe I'm from New York. I mean, I live in North Carolina, but I'm from New York. Nick's. There you go. We'll head to the final game of the card. The Winnipeg Jets and the Utah Hockey Club minus 215 for Winnipeg. Total 5.5 in this game. At this number, I would only look Utah. I have this game projected around minus 140 range for Winnipeg. So definitely a nice little value here with Utah. They're coming in off of a nice win, 4-0 win against the Minnesota Wild last night. And they travel from Minnesota to Winnipeg, which is not a far travel. It's just straight up north, and it's, I believe, less than an hour flight or an hour and a half flight from Minnesota to Winnipeg up in Manitoba there. So I could see Utah being live in this game. I think this line's too wide. One thing that'll also keep me off this game, though, is a little short-term revenge. These two teams just played on the 20th. It was a 5-2 win for Utah. I just don't see the value in going after Winnipeg because taking a look at what Winnipeg is, you would have to probably play the puck line at this point because the best available number minus 230 and plus 120 for that. That would be a minus 150, minus one line, which no thank you there. You'd have to play the puck line, and I don't see nearly enough value on the Jets to play the puck line around plus 120 there. And at the total, I have the game projected for 5.84 goals, so slightly towards the over, but not anything I'm going to be getting involved with there. So overall, passing the end of card, two plays in the NBA, one play in the NHL. So not a huge card for me today. Kind of a lay back and chill before this crazy Saturday type of card. So that is it for today's card. We'll head back to the chat and then we'll head on out. Nah, bro. Okay. Gotcha. I get to be on the show following the next parlay win. There you go. Well, Jets. Oh, hell no. Fernando. Vladimir Nemeskov, anytime goal. There you go. 446 is trying to get Nick to act human and not robot. We bring life to chat. That's it. Wow, rushed us. There was 7 games. We had tiny cards. I don't make the schedules, unfortunately. But tomorrow will be a nice long show because we have, I think, 14 games in the NBA. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games in the NHL. There'll be 27 games to go over tomorrow. It'll be an hour and a half show. You'll be okay. But that is going to do it for this one here. Back to the chat one. I don't want to leave. Well, I'm gonna head out though. So there is that. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Want to thank you guys as always for watching. We'll catch you guys same time, same place tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everyone.